Hey everybody, it's me, and this is the health and wellness tidbit of the week. It's Lenora from It's a New Dawn, and I have been kind of on a slow little pace the last week or so. I have my family here visiting from California, and it's been a little chaotic, but I wanted to give you a health and wellness tidbit, and I would definitely not be doing myself or yourself any favors if I did not talk about what I talk about at the end of every podcast, and that is the Rawr Bar. This is the only thing that I talk about on my podcast at the end. They do not sponsor me on my podcast. I am an affiliate and an ambassador, but I'm not sponsored by them. But I am always going to be honest with you all. And I am a nutritional counselor, but for myself, my diet is very, very simple. And when I do counseling for other people, I go by the way they like to eat, and then I give them better options, better choices, and we work on that. And sometimes it takes a little bit of time, and sometimes it takes a long time. But in the end, it will be something that they can adhere to for the rest of their lives because they like the food that I'm giving them to eat. Sometimes we do incorporate the Rawr Bar because I believe in them so deeply. For myself, if you know my history at all, I've had a bout with bulimia when I was younger, 16 to 22, and it absolutely messed up my whole digestive system. So there are not a lot of foods that I can eat that are going to not interrupt the digestive process in my belly, like not upset my belly. So I don't eat a lot of different variety of food, but I'm very happy with that way of eating. And this is for me. I don't give this to every person I do counseling with. I just want to make sure that you all know that. So anyway, so I'm going to be talking about the Rawr Bar. And I have a few flavors here. They do have 11 flavors, but I have 4 of them here. One of them is banana nut and cookie dough. This is the one I'm going to be talking about specifically today because this is one of my favorites right now. Lemon poppy, which is really good, and mocha chip, which I actually like a lot too. They actually just changed up the formula of this one. It was kind of crumbly, but now it's very moist and chewy. So we're going to focus on the cookie dough flavor. And the reason that I like this one is, I don't know. I don't know. I like all of them. The only one that I really am not crazy about is raspberry one. Now, as you noticed just now, I actually ordered a new light yesterday for recording. My light just went out, and it's been happening a lot. So I have to apologize for that. Hopefully you can still see me and it's okay. But anyway, so I'm going to open up this one on camera for you. So there's a little knob here, and you take it and you peel it all the way down. And then here is the bar. Here's the bar right here. Now, sometimes it's a little crumbly, a little bit, but not much. And you may notice that the outside of it is very quote unquote oily. And I'm going to explain why that's actually part of the reason why I love this bar is because of the oil they use in it. I will explain all the ingredients in it. There is like a very kind of a way that I open them, and you got to get the side and tear it down. It's also nice if you refrigerate them, and then they might not be so crumbly. Also, you can freeze them, and it takes about 5 minutes for them to come to a place where you can actually eat them, but they last longer if you refrigerate them and if you freeze them. And the reason for that is because they're all good ingredients in them. There's nothing in it that's going to keep it from quote unquote going bad. In a lot of the bars you buy off the market, they have stabilizers in them and they have things that will keep them from going bad, quote unquote bad. The Rawr Bar is all about food that ingredients that you can read on the package. And for that reason, they're not going to last that long out of the refrigerator or the freezer. Okay, so on that note, I'm going to read specifically what is in the cookie dough formula of the bar. And again, there's 11 different flavors. And when you order from them, they make them up special for you. It's not some huge factory. And like I've said on every podcast, it's owned by Jake and Rachel. They're a very young married couple in Minnesota. And the reason they invented this bar or put together this bar is because they were not able to find a bar that fit all their criteria for something healthy that they were going to put in their body. So I searched high and low for something that, for myself, something that was not going to, that was going to settle in with my belly, something that the ingredients were all something that I would eat on my own. And something that I would tell others about and wouldn't feel bad about doing it. So this bar fits all of that criteria. Now, in the cookie dough formula, the first ingredient, and when it's the first ingredient, you know that's the most plentiful in the product. So the only non-organic ingredient in the bar so far are the organic almond butter, and they are trying to get that organic as we speak. So the first ingredient in the cookie dough ingredients is organic pea protein. And the reason why they are vegan, but they fit every diet. The reason why pea protein is good, it's a complete amino acid, a complete protein, which means it contains all 9 of the essential amino acids, including branched chain amino acids that you need to consume to efficiently build muscle. Now, I'm not saying I'm some bodybuilder or anything like that, but for those who know me, I am a personal trainer. I've had 5 children. I'm almost 56. These are a staple in my diet. And if you look at my body, I mean, I work hard at it. I'm not saying that, but I am very mindful of what I put in my body because I know that's what I'm going to put out there to the world. This is a huge part of it. I'm going to be very honest with you. Normally I would not tell anybody to eat any packaged goods, any canned goods, anything like that. This really is the only packaged good I eat. Okay. The next ingredient is organic raw cashew butter. Good source of protein, good source of fat. Next ingredient, organic dark chocolate chips that are vegan, organic coconut nectar that's not going to raise your blood sugar like crazy, organic cold pressed coconut oil. Now, I'm definitely going to do another health and tidbit on the organic cold pressed coconut oil. This has been a staple in my diet for the last 15 years. And I think I spoke about it before in another podcast, but I started incorporating coconut oil into my diet way before the whole coconut oil thing came out into play. Coconut oil, the reason why I started consuming it was because my dad died of Alzheimer's about 9 years ago. And if you know any part of my story, I had spinal meningitis when I was small. I almost died from it. I had a major car accident. I had a fractured skull in my head. When I was 19, I was in ICU for 3 days, in the hospital for 3 weeks. I had a lot of damage to my head. And I wanted to ward off Alzheimer's for as long as I could. So coconut oil, I don't know. I just found it. And there was some kind of study that they did for somebody who had Alzheimer's. So I started consuming it to ward that off, but then found that it calmed down my anxiety. And I found out all this information about how it is a medium chain fatty acid that it used by the body pretty quickly, and different than a long chain amino acid or fatty acid, and found that it is an antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral. So knock on wood, I really never get sick. And, you know, there are a lot of other things that I have done, and I'll talk about that on another podcast that I've done with coconut oil that help my kids. But think of it as this wonderful fat, this beautiful fat that is going to be nourishing your 60% of fat in your brain cells. It's just going to leave everything nice and calm, and you're going to be able to think clearer, burn fat more efficiently. So if you take the bar out of the package and it looks kind of quote unquote greasy, that is the coconut oil, and that is also good for you. I want you to think in that mindset if you do buy the bars. The next ingredient is organic ground flaxseed. The reason why ground flaxseed is way more important than whole flaxseed is because whole flaxseed will just go right through your body without any benefit to you. This flaxseed is ground, so beautiful. Organic unsulfured blackstrap molasses, another good sweetener that's not going to raise your blood sugar like crazy. I would even say that diabetics could eat these bars if they get a clearance from their doctors. Vanilla extract, organic cinnamon, and Himalaya pink salt. That is all that is in this beautiful bar I opened for you guys, the cookie dough. And this bar is so filling. It's something I eat usually after I work out, and but any time of the day is really good, especially like a mid-afternoon. And I'm not going to say it's a snack because I'm going to read the calories. The calories are 280, grams are 15 of fat, and total carbs are 17. Sugars are 10 grams. Protein is 20 grams. And that's another reason why I love this bar, because the protein falls between 19 and 21 grams of protein. To get that in any other bar, as healthy as this bar is really unheard of. And when I tell you I did so much research, I did a lot of research. So I want to tell you, I'm going to be honest, there are some days where these bars, I'll eat 5 of them, and they will be 6 of them, and they will be my food for the whole day. Disclaimer, I'm not saying you should do that. I am saying that it fits everything that I talk about as far as health and wellness. And I know when I'm putting this in my body, my stomach is not going to be upset. I'm not going to be bloated. I'm going to be able to think clearer from the coconut oil and all the really great ingredients in the bar. And I know that when I buy these bars, that they're giving 10% of all their net proceeds to feed the hungry worldwide, feed the hungry children worldwide. And I know this is true. You go to their Rawr Organic website, and you can read all about them, and you can look at pictures of them going to Africa and feeding kids and doing all this good, beautiful work. So the energy, the good karma is there when I'm eating this bar. I'm not going to fool you. I'm not going to even mess around with you guys. I dream about this bar. I cannot wait to eat it. My favorite thing to do is eat it with a vegan cappuccino. I've put many posts on my social media of me doing that. I just love them. Okay. So it's a great ratio of fat, protein, and carbs, a good macros. So I talked about the ground flaxseed. All right, I talked about all the benefits here. And so let's talk about supporting me. I want to keep doing this podcast. I want to keep bringing you real, raw, unscripted information. And as you can see, this is totally unscripted. As I'm sitting here, my son and his girlfriend came into this tiny home with their dog and probably made some noise. My light went out. I'm going to try and fix that. But you know, I'm for real. If you guys, what you see is what you get with me. I would never, ever, ever, ever promote anything that I didn't believe in and that I give to my clients or tell my clients to invest in. Inevitably, most of my clients end up being low in protein somehow, or they're not eating up to par. And we add these bars in, and it's just exactly what they need. I'm not going to say the bars are cheap. What I would say that it comes out with shipping and everything comes out to about $3 a bar, sometimes less, maybe a tiny bit more. But if you look around, you're not going to get a bar this nutritionally potent anywhere else. I am telling you, I'm telling you. The only thing that I ask you is that you buy from my affiliate link, which is in any of my YouTube channel videos. If you go on any major platform on my podcast, I put the link below there. And when you order from that affiliate page, I get a little benefit, they get a little benefit, and it is very little, but if everybody does it, it will add up for me, and I can keep this podcast going and do what I want to do and give you love and information and talk with people and want to share their stories. And I just ask from the bottom of my heart if you guys can do that. Also, when you do order and you go for another shipment, I ask them, I think they will give you a 10% coupon off if you write a review. But then use that 10% coupon on the affiliate page again. Always go back to that affiliate page if you can. It may be a tiny bit extra work for you, but I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And I knew I had to come on here and do a special health and tidbit information about this bar because I just love it. I adore the company. And if you write Rachel and Jake and you mention my name, they're going to know who I am. They're definitely going to know who I am because I have been there since the beginning of their company, and they reached out to me to be an ambassador. And I said right away, yes. And just to put it in perspective, if Diet Coke came to me and said, I'll give you $2 million to sponsor us, I would not do it at all. I wouldn't even think twice about it because I cannot sponsor something like NutraSweet or something or chemical that I would be responsible for somebody putting into their bodies. I would never, ever do that. You can trust me, everybody. I love you guys. I really do. I love doing this for you, and I want to keep doing it. So that's about it. The Rawr Bar. R-A-W-R. The affiliate link is going to be below, along with all the other information I say at the end of all my podcasts. Everything will be in the show notes. And please support me. I love you guys. Have a wonderful and blessed day.